Tell me if I'm delusional. The timeline of dating should go just like this. First, y'all should meet. Y'all should be in communication and talk for about a week or two. Then y'all should be dating. Okay, and I only give a week or two because some people do not stay in the same state, city, whatever. So like, I just met you. I got to get my schedule together because I got to link up with you. Like, I'm interested. I'm showing interest, baby. I'm courting you properly, right? So I give him a week, two, because he might have prior engagements. He might have prior business meetings that set up, because we talking about dating quality men. I ain't talking about no local joker that got free time on his hand the next day to take you out. I'm talking about somebody that got some business by themselves, okay? So we can talk made up for a week or two. Whatever. After that, baby, if you ain't took me out, if you haven't taken me out and courted me properly by now, there's no need to talk further. After that, we should be dating. After that, we should start exclusively dating. And after that, I should be a fiance. I should be a fiance within a year of meeting you. Why are y'all talking to people for 4 years? What y'all talking about?
Well, the thing is that what she doesn't understand is that men don't have the proclivity and need like women do to actually lock a man down when they're in their peak, because we peak later in life. So if we peak later in life and women want men that are experienced, and the guy that she mentioned also is exceptional and he's about his business, so he's probably making a lot of money and probably way out of her league. That guy is he's not in a rush to try to lock a woman down. So if we're not in a rush to lock you down, because we peak way later, 35 to 55 years old, 30s and 40s, that's when men get in their prime. Women get in their prime between 18 and 24 years old, biologically. So why should we rush? That's what it is. It doesn't benefit us. Women want it to benefit their situation. So they want this guy hot and ready like Little Caesar's Pizza, but it's not going to happen. And if that guy's exceptional, why should he settle down? If this guy's about his business, why should you be the only woman? Why should he make up his mind within a week when he's busted his ass for years? Doesn't make sense, but women want things to benefit them.
I just got done hanging out with this guy. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Nothing happened. He's come over my house a couple times, and it's just been cuddles, talking, watching movies, stuff like that. But while we're out in his car smoking, his phone is connected to his car. This girl called this man 4 times. It's 1 o'clock in the morning at this point in time. He's steady rejecting it. I'm steady looking at him like, are you going to address the fact that a girl's calling you right now, or you just going to ignore it and pretend like it's not happening? Because I'm looking at it. You see me looking at it. And my crazy ass, I wrote down the name in my notes so I could go look at it in his following later. And I did. I found her. Did that bring me peace at all? No, because I watched her highlight that she posted 8 fucking hours ago.
First of all, shout out to homie for understanding this is just how it has to be. And this just shows that, you have options. And this girl right here, notice that she didn't talk crazy when she did her investigation because she remembered the girl's name that popped up in the car. She put it in the notes. She didn't talk crazy about her. So that just showed me that she was trying to find out and investigate if this man was the real deal and he was pre-selected. And why this guy wasn't, she didn't say that he was trying to hit. She said, we never did nothing. We cuddled. We did this. So that just lets me know if a dude is not stressing over box and trying to hurry up and get box out of you and try to rush the sex. And if you're not giving it to him, he's calling you names and running you out the building. That just goes to show me, not that he has self-control, that he gets enough sex. Guys who are deprived of sex typically go crazy and they want to get up. But I don't know what this guy wanted out of this woman. I guess he was just testing the waters, but she's still attracted to him. And everything that's socially acceptable and socially conditioned, this should be incorrect. This should be wrong. And women will say that, but their actions and what they're attracted to and aroused by are totally different. And she's attracted and aroused. That's why she was mild-mannered. She wasn't cursing. She wasn't going crazy. And that just proved to you that it works. And the reason why I'm able to break this down and see this for what it is and say these things is because myself, I deal with multiple women. And when you deal with multiple women and you let each of the women know that you're dealing with other women to the point where they kind of want to meet each other, that's how you know. That's how I know that this guy is attractive. That's how I know that he's under control. He has the control of the situation because the women aren't blowing up. They're not calling him out of his name, and they're not judging the other women because that's typically what women do when they're jealous. But anyway, shout out to bro and shout out to her because she's still dealing with this guy to this day.
Doing that for
What?
women.
I will leave.
After 10 years.
Yes, I definitely leave. 10 years is crazy. It is because
What if she's like 48?
48.
Like what if she's like 48? You don't know how old that lady is.
Babe, your life is not over at 48 or 50. I've seen 50-year-old women. J-Lo is past 50. Like, it's beautiful women out there. You can still get yourself together. It's never too late. I don't think it's too late.
Nah, it's never too. I'm not saying it's too late. I'm just saying I think that would make it a little more
Difficult.
Yeah, you just don't know what
Being
predicament
with some-
she's in because you gotta understand. In order to put yourself in her shoes, like you're saying it easy, like, oh, I would leave, but she hasn't left, obviously, because she's been there for 10 years. So she's not leaving for a
But if that's
reason.
something that you genuinely like really want, and if you find out that your partner like has first of all, like he said, see if he has intentions of doing it. Have y'all ever talked about it? Like,
He
has
might
it
not. I'm not gonna lie, he might not. 10 years, he might not.
Yeah,
He might
but if
not.
that's something that you want, but maybe he doesn't want, then maybe you need to break up with your boy.
Now that is dog shit advice if I ever heard it. And for him to sit up there and agree that, oh, it's possible, even if the woman's 47 years old, he knows damn well it's a wrap. But he wants to go ahead and cap because he understands that women can't handle the truth, including his woman right here as well. She can't handle the truth. So that's why she tried to, sugarcoat it. But lying to women doesn't work because in the end, what does she end up saying? If it takes 10 years, which is an L anyway, if a guy doesn't commit to you in 10 years, he pretty much doesn't want to deal with you. So she says if it doesn't work after 10 years, you need to break up with your boyfriend. But let's assume she's 47 years old or 40 or late 40s. Like the possibility of her actually getting another relationship from a guy that she actually wants, slim to none. Like a 0.4% chance. Is it probable? No. Is it possible? 0.4% chance. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just women don't understand this because they don't see it from the outside. But he was technically being correct, and he was using his logic over her emotions. But then he agreed, saying it's not too late, and that kind of pumped up Queen Najee's head. And she's like, "Yeah, it could happen. It could work. But after 10 years, if it takes 10 years, the guy just don't want to be with you. He's just stringing you along for sexual access." Like, if he was just honest, this guy, but I get it, he ain't trying to mess up the bag. You know what I'm saying? More props to him, possibly in this soft guy era, but I think he's been with that woman for a long time. They got a kid together, but he should have just flat out told the truth. I get it, but it's like, bro, tell the truth. It's not possible.
Ellie Man is officially dead to me. I'm taking your lack of communication and future planning as disinterest. I'm looking for someone who can confidently express themselves, so it seems like neither of us are getting what we want from the other. It was a pleasure meeting you. He takes a whole damn day to respond, like the entire length of the day. I sent it as soon as I opened my little eyes at 7 a.m. And he goes, "Hey, so sorry, not my intention at all. The last few days been saying blah, 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 but I totally understand if that's where you're at." That's when I lost. Baby boy, I'm not anywhere. I'm where you led me. That's exactly where I am. So I sent him a little voice memo.
Respectfully, it doesn't really matter if you were operating on the President of the United States. If you had time to eat a meal, you would time to just, hey, let's hop on a call real quick. Hey, let's FaceTime real quick. If you wanted to. If that's an obligation or something that you didn't want to do, then that's where you're at. And if that's where you're at, that's not really what I'm looking for.
After getting back from visiting him in LA, felt very disconnected. The communication was like way down. There was no set plans to see each other again. Even like we would set up like little like FaceTime dates during the week. None of that. I know you all said to be chill, but I am myself. So I did wait some days, Sunday to Friday, and then yesterday morning I just had to say what was on my mind. May he rest in peace.
That man did not care whatsoever. He had other women, and that's the thing. Women battle and fight men nowadays for control, and they wanted all of the control. They want to have the man do and jump through hoops how they see fit without them doing any of the work. They like to do the most minimal effort. But this one right here did not really chase the guy or give the guy a reason to get the commitment or get the time. So the guy kind of just withered away. He said what he wanted to say. He took a whole day because he has other things to do, better things to do than to worry about women and their feelings and how they feel about things and, blaming him at the end and saying, it was his loss when technically what she translated was, I screwed up and I didn't add any value. And that's the thing. Women don't understand. You have to add value up front. You have to try to beat out all the other women, but women don't think they have to compete, nor do they know that they are competing with women subconsciously. So what they do is they just hit the lazy button and men just pass up on them. But in the end, still somehow we get the treatment. We get, told it was our fault and may us, rest in Greece and all that stuff. It's crazy, man. Like, women can't hold L's. They will never say that they hold L's, and they will always show, especially Western women in America, that they give the most smallest amount of effort while they hope for a fairy tale beginning and ending.